All right, let's get started.
And then I've given you, so you can share your screen. So I've given the ball to you if you want to pick that up.
Yeah. So first, what I'll do is I'll show you the web version, but then I'll switch to iPad. I find the iPad version a little easier. Uh, so let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So what we will be doing is, here's my blog that I made last year. And then, like I said, every day I used to go and create a graphic. And, what I was doing was I was either using affirmations, uh, and the idea is to get the first one right, or the way you want it to look. And then almost every day you can just go and change something, right? Similarly, what I would do is I would go and take quotations, right? And nice quotes that we may find, right? Then it's just a matter of going and plugging in the text, as well as you know the
Now, is there
it,
a place where you find these quotes? Meaning, is there?
yeah. So what I mean, there's tons of places out there to find them, but as an example, what I'll give you is, let me share my iPad. Okay. So what I suggest is, like, when you're studying, right, or going through the courses, you'll find things in there. So here's an example of, within the classes that we've been taking, I just take screenshots, or
Yes,
I
smart.
take, I do copy paste, and I keep them in a quotes thing that I can then use from each of the like if we go down to any one of these, there's tons of places that you'll find stuff that can be used, right?
Right.
So if you keep a separate place for that in your notes, then it's just a matter that when you're ready, right, to
Yep.
kind of come and copy paste.
Love
So
it.
we'll take this one as an example, right? And the idea is to make it our own, right? So this way, we're not using somebody else's creative, and we're making. I see that some of you, Becca, I believe you're on like Instagram. I was seeing your Instagram, so
Yeah,
it's
I
good to create
followed
our
you on
own.
there.
Yeah, to create our own branding, right?
Yeah.
So let's go to the software. It's called Spark, Adobe Spark. There are a few other ones out there like this. There's another one called it's Canva, CANVA. It's actually very popular, but I like this one much better. It's much easier for me, at least.
So
So
one
I'll
more
show you how
time.
that works.
It's called Adobe what?
Spark, SPARK, like Spark.
Yeah. And is there a
Yeah. So if
membership? Is
you,
there a fee associated with that?
yeah, so there is a free version.
Yeah.
So if you search for Adobe Spark, what you will see is that there is a free version, and the difference between a free and a paid one is that if you don't pay, they put their own logo at the bottom. Okay,
Ah,
but if you do pay, then you get more branding, your own branding, and that logo goes away. But I think as a start, you can start for 30 days even free, or try with the then it's $10 a month after that.
$10 a month.
Yeah, and I think it's worth it. But even the free one is will give you, unless you really want a brand, it will give you what you need.
Okay. Great.
So
Thank
what
you.
you do is you come to templates, right, and you can search for, like I was searching for let's say meditate well-being. I'm doing hosting an event next week on well-being, so I was searched for well-being, right? So already many people who have done these have created things that we can use, and they share it in this community, so that you can use it, change it, make it your own, and then post it out. So as an example,
So there's no copyright. There's no copyright issues.
right, there's no copyright. So as an example, I'll pick one, right? Let's pick this one, right? So this one's already there, right? Now what we can do is we can take this and make it our own, right? Or let me pick another one on a quote, right? So let's say we're doing quotes, search for quotes, and we find, we go through and try to find something that has for now, let's take something simple, right? This one here. And then when we're ready, if we like it, we say remix. Okay. And now what we can do here is we can double click on where the words are, double click on this. So this comes, but remember I have copied and from my notebook what I want. So I'm just going to get rid of this and I'll put my own. Okay?
Wow, that's
And
easy.
I do that and I
Look
get
at
this.
that.
Now, this one looks like more like a bookmark. So another beautiful things, I'll show you 5, 6 different things that you can use here is that you can resize it for different things. So as an example, if you're doing Instagram post, you click on Instagram and you get that size that will work best for Instagram.
Nice.
Okay. Then the second thing that works very nice here is if you click in the middle. So first I'll say, okay, or let's say you were doing Pinterest or Facebook, right? Or I was doing last year on Twitter as an example, right? You can do Twitter, profile cover. So very easy, right? You can change, right? So let's go back to Instagram as an example. If that's what we're gonna try to post it on. Say done. And then another beautiful thing that I love about this software is that it comes direct access to images. So you don't have to go and copy the image, bring it. So I'm just going to click in the middle and say replace. And you could have images which you have in your phone or iPad, right? So that way you can just go to your camera or your, you know, let's say if I go to my photo library, okay? If I had an image, I could go here and I could pick, you know, something from here and pick my daughter's image that she's got on her phone, but we're not going to use it, but just to kind of show it. It's something that I'm sharing. Maybe it's not working. Where is it at? What's going on? I think it's syncing. That's why. So, okay, there we go. So I'm going to go back, redo it. So we click in the middle. We say replace. Go to your photo library. All photos. I'm going to pick this one I found in the internet today, right? So you could do that, right? If you had an image, right?
Right.
Or to make it pretty, there's thousands of millions of free photos out there that they have already synced with. So what
Oh,
we'll do
wow.
is
Look at that.
we will go and find something on, let's say, meditation, right?
Sweet.
So now we go and say, you know what? I like, let's say, let's go down and find something. Say we want this. And there you go. So now our image is good. We can move it around a little bit if we want, right? But now we can work on the text. So one, you can easily do things like this,
Wow, that
right?
is so easy.
Then you can change the color if you want, right? You can say, nope, I want it, but I'll show you even a cooler way than this. So obviously if you like your brand has certain colors, you can always pick them, right? But one other beautiful thing that they have, which I'll show you in a second, is that if you click on any text and you go to style, all you got to do is move this little circle and it will
Oh, wow.
start giving you, you know, so you can try to let the AI, artificial intelligence, give you what it thinks is good. Or if you really want to be, like more brand and stuff, you can go on this and say font, right? You can have your brand fonts that you can always use. So you can kind of default to those. Or, at times you can use different ones. And often, like I'll do, depending on the code, and at times I will create a space and again place. And in some of my ones, you'll see that I've done things like this, right? Or uh, I have created like backgrounds as an example. So
Yep.
if we go to style, yeah, sometimes I like this. Uh, and then sometimes what I like is the effects, right? And so again, there's like million combinations you can do. It's it's how much time you want to spend on it, right? Um, it's up to you. But I would say start out something very simple, and then what you do is when you're done, you say, well, let's move this down. Let's say you're done. Now you click this little arrow, and you can save the image, or you can directly
Oh, wow.
put it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can
Mhm.
message it to someone. You can mail it to yourself. I typically would save it, right? And then what I do is, right, then I would go to like Instagram or let's say I'll go to my Facebook page.
What format does it save it in?
So it will save it as a photo,
So is that a
um,
JPEG?
PNG by default, but you
Oh, a
can do
PNG.
others.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I'll go to my page, I'll pick the photo that we just saved, right? And right. But you can do it directly from there too. And then maybe at a later point, one of the sessions I can show you is you can even start to schedule things where you can say that, at like softwares now tell what time is better to post. So you can even schedule that in one go. You can schedule that at 9 a.m. in the morning. It will go to all the different platforms with links and so forth.
But do you do that through Adobe Spark, or do you do that through the individual like Facebook and Instagram?
No, so you can do it individually, but I use a software called Later. And what this allows you to do is, again, this is a little bit more advanced things, but I just want to show you that, like, you can take any image that you have, like this one I had created, and you can say, I'm going to use this, and then I will create a post, right? And I will put it on. I'm going to leave that. I won't do it, but you can post it. My point is, like, you can post it on multiple things at the same time,
Gotcha.
like Facebook, Twitter, etc., Pinterest, and so forth.
And this is just later.com, I guess?
Yeah, this is later dot. What this allows you to do again is to, with a single go,
Yeah.
post it on multiple places, schedule it, have a calendar. Let's say you have, 4 hours on a weekend, but you want to take care of posts for the whole week.
Yeah,
You can go and set that up here. You don't have to
nice.
kind of wake up every day and do it. And then,
Jess,
yeah,
Jess, have you ever used buffer.com for
I
scheduling
haven't, but
posts?
there's many out there.
Okay, I was just curious if you liked this one better.
Yeah, I liked it for certain reasons, and I can tell you what they are.
Cool.
Uh,
Thanks.
I researched a lot last year, and one of the things, uh, based on the cost, and it also actually tells you, I would have to find it, but it tells you what's the best time to post. When, depending on the people that you have, they will mostly engage with it. Like you see this little dots, it actually tells you. So again, there's many ways to do it. If you have a preferred way, do that. But let's show you a couple of other things.
And I'm sorry, Jazz, back to later. What's the cost on that one?
It is, I believe, around the same $10. They're
Ten
all in
dollars a
that
month?
range, but you can buy a yearly subscription and get some discounts.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So now, once you have done this, right? Like first time, you'll have to set up time and set up a template, or you can pay a graphic artist. Like my wife is one, so I had her set me up with, like, I have logos and I have. Let me pick a good example. So let's say any one of these, if you see as an example, what you see at the bottom is, you see that there's a website, right?
Yep,
Right here, right? I have
yep.
the website, I have my logo, I have all the. So if you set that up once, I have a little copy right here. Or, there's other ways to do it. Like I'll give you one more example. See, so here it's a little bit bigger, right?
Yep.
Bigger logo and I have affirmation. Now, when you want to do it again the next time, all you got to do is bring this up, say duplicate, right? If I can type. And then all you got to do is, just take a part of it, right? And again, it's up to you and how you want to
And
style
it
it.
automatically keeps the template, right?
Yep.
Your
So the template is there.
Yep.
And then again, if you want to change the image, right, replace it. Let's search for Zen. How about that? Fine. So in this case, again, many photos out there.
That's the one I wanted you to pick.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
So again, so yeah, I would say definitely take somebody else's template or pay like a graphic artist once, depending on how much you want to do, and have a template. And that way, then going forward, all you got to do is, copy. And you see, I've done many different ones.
Mhm.
I was doing a whole series on resilience last year. So very easy. If
Love
you
it.
want to try it, and if one of you wants to log in and try, I can walk you through or help you create one, if that would be helpful. Or let me see if I can show you any other features. Let's take, like if you have graphics, or let's say, yeah, for my website as an example, I was doing, these. Once again, duplicate. So let's say if they also have these icons. So I'm going to click on, yeah, sometimes they get hidden. So I'm going to let's delete this and show you some more features. So you can say, we want to replace this. And now there's many icons out there. So let's search for meditation. All right. So again, pick your choice. I'll delete that one.
Wow. That is so powerful. My goodness.
Yeah. So there you go. I mean, there's no limit. I would say start something simple, create it if you want to try, some of you, and some other things that you can do in terms of branding. There's also a video side of it, but maybe we can do that another time. There are some premium templates which will have this little yellow thing on it, but there's plenty of free stuff here if you just want to get started.
So the tag, so the premium, you're paying a little extra for that?
Premium is no, it's if you pay that $10 a month, you have access to those free ones.
Got it.
But like I said, my advice is create one first,
Yep.
and then sort of repeat that because you're, like if you will follow a certain pattern for your branding purposes, right?
Yep.
Again and again that way, so that you're consistent.
Could you do the video? I mean, it's 3:25. This was slated for a half an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are open for another five or 10 minutes. But I'd like to see that feature.
Yeah, it's very similar. The idea is if you want to create short videos.
So is this under the same platform, Adobe Spark?
Yeah, it's just a different app. It's still.
So is this a different? So you'd have to pay another $10 a month for this?
It may be same. Let's see. No, I think it syncs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So again, let's search for something. Right, we go to inspiration. Or let's pick something that's already here as an example. Let's stop that. So let's say plus.
Oh, so this is a tutorial. Okay.
Yeah. So again, what I'll do is I'll create one for you and post like how to do it. And then one more thing I can share with you as a tip for you is, so if some of you saw, I was creating some nice slides.
Yeah, so you just copy paste it into the PowerPoint, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But you can bring some, again, things like this. You can get free templates, do it in that software, and then kind of bring it here, right?
Yep.
Or you can bring images. I can show you where to get some very nice images like this that I'm using.
Is this
Ooh.
still the Adobe Spark video or is this a different program now?
Yeah, this one is not Spark, but you can take the images once you have into Spark, and I don't know if you guys use PowerPoint as an example, but one way to record is right in PowerPoint. Like if you're trying to practice, you can do a record slideshow where you can record audio. And if you want to do short ones, you can use the Adobe Spark to record it.
Okay.
So I think that's it. So again, give it a try. And if any of you want to try it now, we can sort of walk you through it or see where you get stuck. Anybody else wants to share? So just
Yeah.
go to Adobe Spark.
Yeah, I know for me, I'll just kind of play with it. And then
Yeah.
if I feel I'm struggling with it, maybe I'll reach out separately. But it looks pretty doggone simple. So this is fantastic. I didn't even know this existed. So
Yeah,
You know-
thank you, Jazz. This is great.
yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
this was
you're welcome.
fantastic. Thank you. I don't have any particular thing that I'm going to use it for right now, but I was really curious as to how you did it, and it's really enlightening to see just how easy, these softwares that exist now can make it. So it's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think as we try to market ourselves, right? I think it will be good to put, things like that, like this, because people want to see, who you are, what content you have out there. And I would say at least if you have 5, 10, 20 pages, around it, I think it will help. So that's my suggestion. That's how I was doing it last year.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
great.
All right, Jazz. Yeah, I think that,
Well-
that covers it.
Thank
I
you
don't have
so
any.
much. I'm
All right.
so inspired.
Yeah, and the pictures you've been doing and sharing have been, inspirational, right? It's like, wow, that's awesome. So
Totally.
and then to see that we can take that and apply it for ourselves and market ourselves with that. Thank you. I really
So where is
appreciate it.
everybody, by the way?
I'm in
I'm in-
Montana.
Montana, okay.
Northern California, just outside of Sacramento.
Yeah, I'm in the Hunter Valley, about 2 hours north of Sydney in Australia.
Oh, okay, wonderful. We'll see you one day in person there.
Where are you, Jazz?
And how about
I'm
you,
in-
Jess?
I'm in East Coast, New Jersey right now.
All right,
All
very
right.
good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and
All right.
end this. I'll post the recording so that other people can get help from this.
Wonderful.
Appreciate it, Doug
All
and
right.
Jazz. Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Namaste.
bye-bye now.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Namaste.
Namaste.